What's going on, everyone? It's Jeremy with JMed's Brick Clicks. I've been working on the farm a little bit. I might be adding some more space, so I figured I'd add some more farmland. Obviously, the biggest thing here is the grain silo. It's one of the shorter, rounder ones, so the 1x1 cylinders and then 1x3 bricks, and that's as tight as you can make it if you curl it all together. The lid, simple enough. Yeah, it just looks like a big spaceship using those huge pieces, those four big pieces, and then just cap it off. And it's just sitting on here for now. I'm going to probably attach it at some point, but it works. The other thing I wanted to go over with, you can see the elevation change back here. Yeah, sits way up there. Very part intensive. The other thing is the custom fencing, which, yeah, I can do. This is what I've come up with instead of trying to do angles and stuff, and just do the staggered fence, and I can do the elevation changes all the way down. And then if I want to cut at certain angles, you can see my mills thing. Don't worry about that. But I can do not circles, but close to it. Hexagons, octagons, anything with an angle on it. So how do you build these? It's really simple. You only need 3 different types of pieces, but you need a bunch of them. So just the antennas, the long bars, and then the clips that the bars go on. Just do that. Put the one on each side, and then clip it in. And then I just basically kind of just go back and forth with them and pop them in, and you kind of have to just move the pin or move the bar just a little bit back to where it's not all the way snug inside each spot, and it works. And if I wanted to go in between, I can do that. If I want to go on a stud, I can. If I want to go in between the studs, yeah, I can do that too. So plenty of area to kind of plenty of room for play on trying to do some of this for this custom fencing. That's what I got left, and that is not going to be enough. Yeah, you figure each section is going to take 4 clips just to do that, 2 bars, and then 2 antenna. Yeah, it's there's a lot to it. So right now this is 1 48 by 48 that stops right here. We got another 48 by 48 that stops right here by this brick, and then just a half base plate right here. I'm still working. Yeah, you can see. Still working on it back here. I gotta get another one of these little 1/8 base plates, or find a 1/4 base plate. For some reason, I've used them all on my train stuff. I might need to buy some more off Bricklink, or maybe at the minifig shop when I go up to St. Louis again. Or eBay. I mean, I'm not opposed to that if I can get it dirt cheap enough and not pay an astronomical amount for shipping, as long as I can find some other stuff. Things going on with it. Yeah, I set the tractor in here. Got the round hay bales. I think ultimately we're going to end up putting animals in here. If I'm putting fencing around it, obviously that's the best use for it. We got our big silo here. I've got the other silo, the taller tower one beside the barn. We'll end up probably putting both of them side by side. The back side of this, yeah, it looks hideous. So that's why, don't mind the yellow, because they're just keeping them together until I'm ready to go. I'm going to end up doing a rock wall that runs along the back, pretty much just like that. That's why this has to be so high that it kind of just overhangs this. I'll do some green, probably some medium nougat color, kind of like this. Zoom in for you. Kind of like this, and then some green over the top of it, on top of these rocks, just as like a cliff that's got some grass overhanging it. That's what I'm going for, at least from this corner probably to about here across the back. Then the rest of it we'll just build with custom rock. Might even use these and turn them on their side. Try some different ideas, because right now, I mean, you can see how it is here. It looks weird from the back. I'll show you here. Let me turn this around. Okay, here's the back of it. You can see the back of the silo, how the fence has some curvature on it. Yeah, really, that's a really good look. See our terrain colors. I try to use different green. I know it's kind of a thing where if you just use one color, you don't see the terrain, the change. Now, it's hard to see looking up top. If I bring you down here, okay, you can really see just how much from one brick to we're all the way up here. So if I put one of these rock wall panels here, that's how tall we are on the back. Just cap this with some green. We'll do all the slope work on this just like we do on all the other mountain stuff with tons and tons of dark gray slopes. We'll get probably to about here, and then this will all just be custom rock work all the way down. That way, when you walk and see this, you're not seeing this hideous mess of colors that I either have a bunch of or colors that I'm never going to use. And why not use them for mill stuff for support? So yeah, that's where we are right now. That's the project. Really happy with the way that terrain turned out. I've seen other people do it and they only use one color green, and it just, I don't think it looks good. It doesn't look real because grass isn't all one color. I wish Lego had more greens than, or I think that's what, regular original green and then bright green. I wish we kind of had two other colors in between this. Not the sand green or the olive. I mean, those are more, I kind of use the and dark green. I kind of use those more for desolate things rather than summertime, springtime, summertime. That's what I use for those. But yeah, that's what we got right now. I'll show you where it's going to go here in a second. Okay, so like I said, there's the other silo. So we got the tall one there. The other one, there he is, right there. So I think we're going to move this barn. It's on a 48 by 48 plate with the silo. It's all one plate. So I can just pop that out. I'll put the other barn in here. And then I think this whole section here, everything from here all the way down. So yeah, everything with the blue painter's tape. So this will go, I just built this, that's what's sad. That'll go, these little mini modulars, and then these 3 modulars. I'm gonna leave the pizzeria and work around it because that's my staircase that goes up and up into my observatory. So I gotta leave the pizzeria. And it's one of the original sets back from the early 90s. Oh no, not one of my original sets, but it's one of my favorite sets. So we'll figure something out with that. This boardwalk here just moves. So I mean, that just comes out easy. And yeah, temporarily probably do this. We're gonna add some more farmland. We'll probably, and then being a mill system, I can just take it all out and then put it all back in and put all these up. I need to break down and buy the new modular building, that new museum. I'm just waiting on a double points and gift with purchase. That's really it. So anyway, I think that's the plan. That's a really nice view there. Yeah, right like that. Like my custom subway sign. Okay, guys, I think that's enough for now. Try to show you some of my work on the farm. We're making some farm progress, and we'll see you in the next one.